excuse my appearance.
Oh, well, hello. Excuse our appearances. We didn't know we were making a video today, but
we're making a video.
The public has to know.
So I found a Tumblr post talking about people not believing in the moon and how OP thought it was just one person, and apparently it's a whole thing. I didn't know this. We didn't know this.
I didn't know, but my eyes have been open.
I googled it because I'm bored and I'm glutton for punishment. So, I'm going to read you mostly excerpts from this one site, which I will link below.
Yes, you can read with us.
I'm going to skip this weird, 3 paragraphs of exposition just talking about whoever this dude is and Nazis. I don't care about that. We're going to start here. The moon does not exist. This is no lie. Until recently, I, too, believed in the traditional establishment view of the moon. But any thinking person, untainted by the biases imposed on us by the controlled media, will have no choice but to reach the conclusion I did once faced with the facts described in this account. They like using kind of big words
kind of big words in awkward ways that are slightly off, and I don't know how you can do that because they aren't actually big words. But
yeah.
The establishment view of the moon.
I think they meant established.
But who knows?
You're trying.
That's what the government wants you to think.
Yeah, the government's also lying to us about the English language, which no one would be surprised about, let's be perfectly honest. We had a friend who used to use words like this once. We no longer speak to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let us explain to you why the moon isn't real. It will blow your mind like it did ours.
Okay, so, contents. 1. 12 questions and answers about the moon. Before we present our proof, we must, of necessity, examine the standard lies and logical games repeated and rehashed ad nauseum by the astronomically correct, those are in capitals, establishment, and how they are used to silence opposition over the question of the moon. Now you have to stop and realize that people are actually questioning the fucking moon. And we'll continue. What evidence do we have that there really is a moon?
Number 1, you can see it.
And this is a link, so we're going to go here. And now they're answering. You can see it. But think about it. Without the help of so-called experts, how do you really know what you're looking at? It could be a hologram projected from various government installations throughout the world.
It could be.
Maybe. Or it could just be the fucking moon.
Okay, it could be the moon, or it could be what they just said.
Hologram.
It could be a large, crudely painted balloon held in place by helium and propelled by tiny sails and rudders, which is why it moves across the sky so slowly.
I literally just got done laughing about that for at least 3 minutes.
It's brilliant! I would have never thought, but now that I do, you've opened my eyes to the tiny sails and the rudders propelling the moon across the sky theory. It makes so much more sense than the moon actually.
I don't think the word you're looking for is brilliant, more along the lines of fucking ridiculous.
No, you just don't understand, because that's what the government wants you to think, that there's a moon. But this makes more sense. The giant balloon propelled by helium and tiny rudders. Wait.
I can't do it.
Why are you laughing at my amazing theory? Okay.
Or, most likely, it could have been different things at different times and different places, depending on the technology available to the conspirators and the culture and beliefs of the population being deceived. Because if you don't believe in helium and sails and rudders, they don't work on you?
The moon is constantly being replaced by new technology, which is why it always looks the same.
Exactly. Forever.
They're really good at this.
The hoax could easily have been imposed on a gullible world at many points in human history. You don't say.
As in all of them. Always, forever.
Remind me what year we finally made it into space? And
there was an Even Stevens song about it. We went to the moon. In 1950. I haven't seen that episode in so long I don't know anymore. That song changed.
We've literally been in space less than a century. When did we fucking replace it? They're gonna tell us. Perhaps it began as a collective hallucination or a religious myth. Or perhaps an especially... I'd like to point out right now that we haven't read this far.
No, this is new
This
information.
is new! Or perhaps an especially bright star that came to be exaggerated over time. Are you aware of what stars are? Do you know what
Government conspiracies.
If the moon was a star, we'd all be dead. Very dead.
This is exaggerated. It's not actually that big. However, the moon story started. Early proponents of the hoax were swift to recognize how it could be exploited for their benefit and shrewdly devised a scheme to use it to their advantage.
Who is
They. They. Them. They. They, Marissa.
the non-binaries?
Yes.
I'm sorry. No, but like, who's benefiting? What's the benefit of having a fake moon?
They're going to explain, probably, maybe.
I doubt it.
They began to spread rumors, falsify scientific observations, and invent new gods to represent this fictional celestial body. They ingeniously concocted the idea of cycles of the moon, and as their resources increased, they are able to create the illusion that this object in the sky actually went through such changes. To make their hoax more plausible to early superstitious societies, they arranged for these cycles to coincide with the months of the year. That is so brilliant that...
So, we've all heard that, like, the Mayans, centuries ago, had the moon cycles down to within, I think it was like 30 seconds, some ridiculously small error, margin of error. Are we gonna blame the Mayans on this one? Is it their fault?
No, they were being conspirized against as well.
So, who's doing it?
Them.
Them.
The eternal them. That is the government somehow, I'm sure.
I can't do this.
We can do it.
No,
I'll
no,
do it.
no.
I'm gonna do it.
No, see, we've already gone long enough. That's question 1!
That is question 1.
We'll be back with question 2 later when I can again.
I can always.
I
I have no soul.
It's not even hurting my soul, it's just... How are you so
This is
wrong?
my favorite. It's better than the Apocalypse.
It is.
Apocalypse pamphlet. We had videos up of that, but they weren't very good. But we have videos up if you want to watch them. You know, finish. But it was the best pamphlet that I've ever experienced in my lifetime. But
This is better!
you're
You're better than that ridiculous, religious, nay, apocalypse. Which I thought was the peak of my life. You? Good for you. Crazy moon bastards.
giving up life again.
We'll see. When I look more decent.